I talk about my story, I talk about my book, Lessons of Redemption. And I talk about how I started the Head Start program when I was about 5 years old. So I was a really smart kid. Simultaneously, my father was suffering from the disease of addiction, chronic alcoholism. So there were days when I would come home from school and my father would be literally laid out in the middle of the street. As a 10-year-old kid, 11-year-old kid, it started to really take a toll on me. Self-esteem started taking a hit, depression, anxiety. Instead of looking at my father as a role model, I'm looking at all the other guys in the neighborhood selling dope as the role model. I began selling marijuana at age 16. Age 17, I witnessed my first murder. By age 23, I was making $20,000 a day selling heroin. By age 24, I was in federal prison. My last sentence was in 1999. I was sentenced to 92 months for conspiracy to distribute cocaine, as well I should, for breaking the law. And in prison, I tried to find myself. Who are you? What are you? Because the whole time I knew what I was doing was wrong. I knew selling drugs was wrong. And I started really understanding the role that I played in America's drug crisis. Because at the end of the day, sometimes you gotta look in the mirror and figure out who you are, what you are, and what role did I play in this equation. Our goal is to stop young black boys from falling through the cracks. Because in prison, I went to college. 2 years ago, I wrote a book. But could I have done the same thing without going to prison? Couldn't I have done the same thing without becoming a drug dealer? Could I have done the same thing without poisoning people around the United States with illegal drugs? There's a young Kevin Shird walking around your neighborhood right now. And what can we do to save his life?